Hello and welcome to On the Beat. I'm David Wilson, the sports editor here at the Daily Orange, joined as always by Stephen Bailey and Trevor Haas. Trevor and Stephen will be in the Carrier Dome on Saturday for the biggest game of the year, Syracuse versus number 3 Clemson. Obviously all the hype coming into this game is around the Clemson Tigers, the number 3 team in the country, the best team in the ACC, and one of the best offenses in the entire country.
Yeah, absolutely. You could tell talking to the players this week, they're all excited for it. Clemson has one of the most dynamic passing games, obviously in the country now, and even looking back a few years. The big test is going to be the Syracuse secondary. Brandon Reddish is currently questionable. He splits time with Rashard Anderson as a second cornerback, so if he's not on the field, you'll see Julian Wiggum being out there in pretty much every play, especially because Clemson runs a lot of third wide receiver sets. And you'll see also Wayne Morgan, maybe even being pushed out from the slot to wide, which will stretch Syracuse pretty thin there. So Syracuse secondary is going to have to step up to give it a chance to win.
Usually with games there are a lot of different storylines, but here the big storyline is Clemson is nasty. That's basically what it is. So it's a matter of Syracuse, can they stop their nastiness? And I mean, it really comes down to Taj Boyd, pretty much the best quarterback in the country, or Marcus Mariota.
Dr. Nasty, you could call him.
Dr. Nasty, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes down to stopping Taj Boyd. And I was talking to Fred Reed, the defensive backs coach, and he said that Taj's best attribute is his accuracy. You saw him throw the ball from one hash to the other across the field, so he's really poised and really a great quarterback.
It's not even really a matter of stopping Clemson because, quite frankly, I don't think you can do that. It's a matter of slowing them down. They're going to get their points. They're not going to get held to less than 30, 35 points.
Right.
Syracuse is going to have to score with them, take advantage of turnovers. That's how when they've beaten teams like West Virginia, Louisville here in the past, it's been they've capitalized on turnovers, scored on those possessions, and been able to score when they're in the red zone. And Syracuse is going to be able to score against this Clemson defense, I think. The defense is good. Vic Beasley is one of the best pass rushers in the entire country, definitely the ACC. But they're still going to need to put up points, and I think it's something they can do, but the question is whether they can keep up with Clemson.
Mm-hmm. And if the Clemson game was 2 weeks ago after Northwestern, we'd be thinking this is really ugly.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't seen Terrell Hunt go out and put up 2 50-point performances. And we've seen the offense do well. The hurry-up offense was phenomenal against Wagner and Tulane. Obviously not Clemson defenses, even close to it. But I think from what we've seen, we can at least, infer that they're going to be able to move the ball somewhat against Clemson, hopefully get some points on the board, especially in that hurry-up offense. And their 7 scoring drives against Tulane, they averaged 17 seconds of play, which is really fast. That's 2 seconds faster than Clemson. So they're moving the ball quickly, and the Syracuse offense, if they keep scoring, we should see at least a game into the second half. That's best case, at least.
I think Jerome Smith's going to be key because he's that one presence that's completely steady. Hunt's explosive and talented, but he's still not proven. Jerome Smith's proven, so I think he'll need to be effective if Syracuse is going to come away and make it close at least.
I'm going to get some over-unders from you guys. We'll start with Taj Boyd, 4.5 touchdowns. You go over or under that mark?
Total touchdowns?
Total touchdowns.
I'll go over with 5.
I'm going to go under with 4.
I think he's going to go over. I think at least 3 through the air and definitely 1 on the ground. I think he gets another 1 in there too. We get 5. Over under 2.5 punts with the Clemson starters in the game.
For Clemson, under.
Under.
Yeah, I think under too. It's going to be tough to stop them. And the last one, over under 2.5 total touchdowns for Terrell Hunt.
I think under. I think he'll throw for 1 and then maybe he'll run for another or throw for another, but I don't think he gets 3.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but I'm going to go under too.
I think I'm going to go over. I think he gets 2 through the air, 1 on the ground. And last but not least, what are you guys' predictions for Saturday?
52-24. I think Syracuse will be in it after the first quarter, but they have no way of stopping Clemson's offense, and at some point the Syracuse offense isn't going to be able to keep scoring at that pace.
I said 45-24 Clemson, along those same lines. I think Clemson will start off with a scoring drive. That's usually what they do, Boyd to Watkins, and then it's over from there. So I think it will stay relatively close, but then Clemson will pull away at the end.
Yeah, I've got 49-20. I think Syracuse will score a little bit, but just not enough. Thanks for tuning in for another edition of On the Beat. Be sure to pick up our In the Huddle. It's on newsstands this weekend. You can get it on your way to the game. These two will be at the game. Follow them on Twitter and follow DO Sports at DO Sports. Be sure to check DailyOrange.com all weekend long, too. We'll have comprehensive coverage there. Thanks a lot.